Dudes and Dudettes, Mr. Theorist here, and welcome back to another video. Shock horror, it's less than a month since my last update. Hopefully this is the beginning of more content, but as I said in the last video, do not expect things, don't even ask. What is this video about? Well, I'm guessing by the time, if you don't know, guys probably already know. I'm going to predict the Black Widow movie plot, kind of. I'm not going to give you like a whole rundown of the entire plot, just how I think it will begin, how I think it will end, and then in the middle bit, a small little theory will be there. One that was going to get its own video, but I kind of merged this and that together to bring you this video. So let's jump into it, and I'll let you guys think of yourself once this video is complete. So, my prediction on this movie, how do I think it's going to begin? I think it's going to begin in a way that people aren't really going to be expecting. I think we're going to have Clint, as in Hawkeye, open this movie up, and he's going to go looking for something. Why? Because as the movie opens up, he is still going to be kind of in a bit of a mess, losing his best friend, Black Widow. He's going to get a message, a mysterious message, telling him to go back to Budapest. Because according to the message, Nat is still alive. Now, obviously, this is going to be intriguing, and he's going to go there, and he's going to meet one of the three members of the family. Well, one of the two members of the family that we see in the trailer. That's the bit where we have the blonde woman, the guy who is the Russian version of Captain America. I can't remember the character's name, and the woman. I think it's either going to be the Russian Captain America or the woman who is probably a pre-existing Black Widow-esque agent, because that seems like they're setting up that Black Widow isn't a solo, she's more of an agent of Black Widows. We'll see. But yeah, one of them is then going to tell you the story of when Nat went back to their facility and probably broke in and screwed up the Black Widow initiative or whatever. These events probably, by the look of the trailer, will take place between the events of Captain America Civil War and Infinity War. And at some point in the movie, Nat will save the blonde girl's life in a very dramatic way. But we'll get back to that in a little bit. So the movie will play out. Clint, Hawkeye, will hear the story of what Nat did during that time, and the movie will end with him finding out that, it'll flash back to him at the end of the film, that Nat was captured by Sportsmaster. And that's where she's been this whole time. Okay? So that then leads us to my theory, which is that Black Widow did not die in Endgame. I know many of you are thinking like, wait, she has to be dead. Like, it's the whole Soul Stone thing. No, the whole point of the Soul Stone is the person who earns the Soul Stone has to give up something they love. So as far as Clint Hawkeye is aware, that as long as that would be Nat, or he believes it is Nat, her sacrificing himself or him sacrificing her, depending, it doesn't really matter as long as it happens kind of like that, he will earn the Soul Stone. So who do I think it was that was sacrificed themselves in Endgame and has been around through Infinity War and Endgame? I think it's the blonde woman we see in the trailer. I think that Nat, as I said, saves her life at some point in this movie and creates like a life-death kind of situation. Warriors, people who kind of live by a code like that, kind of have this idea in their head. And then Nat will be captured by Sportsmaster, and this will lead to her basically, her earning her, or completing the life debt she has for Nat by taking on Nat's mantle of becoming the Black Widow for the Avengers during that time. And obviously during that time she would learn to love the family like she does and everything, but she has to keep her persona safe, because if she tells Clint, look, I'm not, then the whole sacrifice wouldn't really mean anything to the Soul Stone and they wouldn't receive the Soul Stone. So yeah, that's how I think that Nat will still be alive and that she can be returned in future installments. for reasons that her and Clint will, at the end of the film, recreate the Avengers Initiative. Now, I've told you how Black Widow can still be alive, but why would Black Widow still be alive? Well, the idea for this is, I think it's weird that Marvel is releasing the Black Widow film post her death. It's a little weird thing. You could say it's purely just a cash in that, hey, Black Widow's got fans, let's cash in on her fan base. But yeah, Marvel would do that because it's a corporation, but also every film they've created, it's always been for a bigger connection of the overall universe story they're telling. Even the solo films we've had, with the Doctor Strange one, the Black Panther one, they are basically setting up the heroes for us to get to know them for when they become the new Avenger-esque group in the future, and also when they have their future solos and stuff. So having a Black Widow film now, where it's going to take place during the events of Civil War and between Civil War and Infinity War, because that's kind of where it looks, it kind of doesn't really make much sense. But if it's explaining how Nat is still alive and how her and Clint are going to go on to create the new Avenger-esque group for future installments for the next phase, after we're done with this kind of not really doing much phase, because that's what Marvel's kind of told us. It doesn't seem to have a bigger connection at the moment to a bigger story. There's been talks of multiverse and Doctor Strange movies called Strange Nightmares or something, or the multiverse, something like that. So we know the multiverse will come into it, but the movies themselves haven't really alluded to much. We know that probably Sword Base will happen because that's what we saw with Spider-Man, but apart from that, there's not much we've been given. So if this film sets up that Nat is still alive and that her and Clint will rebuild a new Avengers group, being the two human characters that all they had was their skills, because let's be honest, Iron Man's superpower was money and Iron Man suits, and everyone else kind of had superpowers, but none of them are going to return. Thor maybe, but he's off doing Thory things and might get replaced by female Thor. We don't know yet. Sorry guys, cough. Not 100% at the moment. So yeah, to me it makes sense. It might not make. It might be that it's completely not. But to me, it makes sense from the standpoint of Marvel building up their next wave of what's going on next. But back to the theory idea, like how can this blonde woman have pulled off Black Widow for so long? And why do I think this? Well, I watched the trailer, and during the trailer you see the blonde woman have the jacket that Nat Black Widow is wearing. It's the kind of strappy over combat-y jacket that then Nat has in Infinity War. She also has blonde hair, which, why did she dye her hair blonde? Maybe it was for a passage of time so you can slightly see the red streaks in her hair when the movie came around. But apart from that, it didn't really make much sense why she dyed her hair blonde. It really did. It was kind of weird and out of place. You could say it's because she'd been hiding all this time. Yeah, it was weird. Why not, when she came back, why didn't she just dye out the blonde instantly and become a redhead again? When they would have one of their prep moments, make her, cool, I'm Black Widow again. But it didn't, it kind of stayed blonde. So the whole blonde hair, that's what made me think it's possibly the blonde girl. And also Black Widow in Civil War, if you guys, not Civil War, in Winter Soldier, if you remember, she has a gadget that is kind of like a holographic face mask that helps you mask your voice and appearance. So she has that kind of tech on her. And so it's the blonde woman, when that's taken away, she finds all these things and she decides to devise this plan. This is how I can pay back my life debt. I can continue her work in the Avengers Initiative. So that, guys, is kind of where I think the Black Widow film will go. I think that's how it will begin, what will happen during the middle bit, kind of, and what it will be for the end and what that will mean for the MCU as a whole for the future. If you guys agree with my theory, please hit that like button, or hit it anyway. It helps the channel grow. And you might not think it really does, but it does kind of help the channel get seen more. So please smash the like button if you guys can. Leave a comment if you think... Told you guys, not really better. If you guys think that I am being super wacky, I'm overthinking it, and yes, this is just a farewell letter to Black Widow. I don't think it is, because it just seems weird for Marvel being where they are to just think they're doing a cash-in. They don't need to do cash-ins because of what they've become over the last 10 years. But as I say, that's just my idea. Let me know guys what you think in the comments. Also, if you have your own plot ideas and where you think the movie will go, and maybe what this movie thinks will do for the future of the MCU, in the comments as well. And if you haven't already, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Subscriber count keeps on growing. It means the channel grows. It means more people notice us, and our community can grow, and we can theorise on a massive scale and overthink all the lovely TV shows and movies out there, and the world can hear all the crazy things we have to say. And if you're already a subscriber, bring someone along to the channel, let them take a look at it, and hopefully they'll subscribe to the channel too. Until next video, guys, I will catch you all later. Bye!